Alright, hi YouTube. Welcome to a new day 365, my channel on addiction, relapse, and recovery. Today is Sunday, June 13th, and I am 100 days sober. 100 days abstinent from all mind-altering substances. And I am 1 week away from completing my treatment program, so it's pretty exciting. Yay me. Yeah, so I'm finished treatment in a week, and I think I know I'm gonna head back to London. Still kind of homeless at the moment, but I can get to stay with a buddy for a little while. I've got a little bit of money saved, and I should be able to find my own place relatively soon. Fingers crossed. And I have faith in my higher power that that'll certainly happen. Yeah, so today's a pretty cool day. I'm 100 days sober, and I'm actually being interviewed today by another YouTube channel. That's gonna happen at 2 p.m. and the YouTube channel is Michelle Gibson. Now she's got a few subscribers, and so you never know how that might trickle down to me, maybe get me a few more subscribers. What we're gonna be talking about is totally unrelated to recovery. She runs an alternative history channel, and while I've been in Toronto, I've been doing a lot of walking, right? And I've on some of these walks, I've been taking photographs that I wanted originally just to send to her for her own research. And after I sent so many, she made the suggestion that we do a collaboration. So that's what we're gonna do today. She's gonna use my photos that she's put together in a PowerPoint, and then interview me on things I've seen and stuff like this. So first time I've ever done anything like this. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited. It's gonna be really interesting. I gotta shower and clean up, stuff like this before then. But yeah, I'll definitely post the link in my next video. Maybe she'll send me a copy of the video to post to my own channel, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's really neat because it's a YouTube channel that I follow, and so she's kind of like a rock star to me, and I get to talk to her and have a little Zoom meeting with her today. Pretty awesome. Okay. So let's just get into the readings. Today's June 13th. Like I said, 100 days sober. 1 month and 1 day away from my 40th birthday. So I think it's a good time to get my shit together and start living a better, more productive life. Living our amends. And this is from Daily Reflections. Years of living with an alcoholic or meth addict is almost sure to make any wife or child neurotic, the entire family to some extent ill. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 122. It is important for me to realize that as an alcoholic, I not only hurt myself but also those around me. Making amends to my family and to the family of alcoholics still suffering will always be important. Understanding the havoc I created trying to repair the destruction will be a lifelong endeavor. The example of my sobriety may give others hope and faith to help themselves. I was just talking to my kid's mom a few minutes ago before I started making this video, and something I didn't want to admit to or face prior to coming into treatment is that what she says is I created PTSD in her through my actions and my behaviors and things like this, and I wasn't willing to admit that. Today, 100 days sober, I can accept that. I can see it, and yeah, I had a lot of destructive behaviors. I was always causing fights. I was always arguing. I was putting holes in walls, destroying furniture. I was unreliable. I was paranoid and self-centered and self-conscious and insecure and needy. She never knew which gym she was going to come home to. And my kids too, they suffered too, right? There's things I'm not willing to talk about right now on camera, but I mean, like, I was always at least absent-minded, not fully there, neglectful, wasn't able to give them the attention that they deserved. And so like this says, this is going to be a lifelong process of making amends. And that's through proper living. That's the way I've got to make my amends to them. I've said sorry enough times, right? There's no meaning in that. So a living amends is the best, maybe the best way of doing that. Just being a better Jim, right? A better father, a better partner, if that opportunity presents itself again. And I do things like that by having self-awareness, by being willing to change, and being aware of my character defects and my liabilities. The things about my character that create a poor lifestyle for myself. Anyways, that's that. From A New Day, we must always change, renew, rejuvenate ourselves, otherwise we harden. Goeth. From time to time, we hear about people making sudden and drastic changes in their lives in response to major trauma. A heart attack, for example, precipitates long-delayed soul-searching, which leads to a career change or a new lifestyle. Similarly, an unexpected divorce or the loss of a loved one leads to a complete reordering of priorities. When such crisis-triggered metamorphoses work out for our friends and relatives, we're happy for them. But what about ourselves? Must we also be hit over the head with a sledgehammer before we're able to break out of rigid molds or stultifying patterns? Why does it have to take a catastrophe to spur us to action? The point is that we can make these decisions anytime. God expects us to change. That's why we seek His guidance. That's why He has given us the power of choice and free will. Once we become willing to make major changes, it can be frightening to take those first steps. But that's where our partnership with God comes into play. He will always be there to guide and protect us. He will always provide us with the courage and strength we need to carry out His will in our own best interest. Thought for today: we don't have to experience blindness to become willing to see the light. Right? And that's part of why I make these videos is for you. So you don't have to experience the bullshit that I went through to make changes in your life. And I'm talking to people with substance abuse disorder or drug addiction, you know. And everyone can benefit from this stuff, right? Like, for me, when I start looking inward and when I'm ready to accept the negative qualities about me, then I'm ready to change. Accepting them doesn't mean being okay with them and living with them. Accepting them means, okay, realizing the negative aspects and admitting I need to change these things and wanting to change these things to live a better life. That's enough about that. I'm not perfect, nor do I want to be, but I want to be a better person in general, a better Jim, to serve you, to serve me, to serve my family. One day at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time, right? Because I get stuck in my old patterns. I don't get stuck, but I get caught up in them, and I slip. But I have to be aware of those slips too, so I can bring myself back. I'm always in step 3, currently, you know, making a decision to turn my will and my life over to the care of God, right? Because by default, I will slip into old patterns. I will. The Jim who I've been for 39 years will by default appear first. So for me, what I have to do is just kind of sit back, don't react to any situation, pray or consider what God's will might be, and then come back to it later, right? When I make snap judgments, when I'm impulsive, that's Jim. That's the old Jim, right? So each day I just try a little harder to make the next right decision. Anyways, I hope that made sense for you. I hope I can help somebody, and I will keep you informed about my interview on Michelle Gibson in my next video. All right, take care, everyone. I love you. Have a blessed day. Bye.